Hi, I'm Shambhu Kumar, and I'm going to cover a poem, वह प्रदीप जो दिख रहा है झिलमिल दूर नहीं है, by Rashtrakavi Ramdhari Singh Dinkar. This poem is all about how a person has to motivate oneself along his course of action. There is no battle bigger than the battle which a person fights within, with oneself instinctively. Every day, every moment, we wage the war in our mind deliberately, knowingly or unknowingly. When we want to achieve something, when we want to improve something, when we want to do something, when we don't want to do something, in every case we fight, we wage the war in our mind. You can't win outside battle until you get habit of winning the war we wage every day within. It's the war of all your good over all your bad, and your all good must prevail upon all your bad. Your all good must triumph over all your bad. And so you can call it the mother of all battle. But most of the time we lose it, and everybody loses. When you lose, there comes the real strength, whether you are going to hold your ground, whether you are going to stand your ground, or you are going to be trounced, you are going to be defeated. And that's the attitude what you are going to show in that situation when you are falling apart. It's not bad that we fall, bad is that we don't try, we don't stand up every time we fall. I do fall a lot, and every time I fall I spill out some poem, some lines which motivates me and helps me to come out from that situation. It feels like rise like a phoenix from the ashes. When everything feels falling apart and you held it all together, you came all over winning, and you cannot compare that feeling, how it feels. It's just amazing. When everything was falling apart, you were at the losing end and you held it together and you came out winning things. So here is the poem by राष्ट्रकवि रामधारी सिंह दिनकर, वह प्रदीप जो दिख रहा है झिलमिल दूर नहीं है. And I feel very proud that I'm also from the same land, Begusarai, where Rashtrakavi Ramdhari Singh Dinkar had taken birth in 1908. And he wrote this poem in 1943 when Indian independence struggle was on its peak and on its final stage. Some of his notable works are Rashmirathi, Hunkar, Parshuram Ki Pratiksha, and Rashmirathi is well known to many of you. There are some lines which always comes in my mind and I always spell out. So I will try to recite some of the lines from Rashmirathi which always comes on my tongue is: दो न्याय अगर तो आधा दो, पर उसमें भी यदि बाधा हो तो दे दो केवल 5 ग्राम, रखो अपनी धरती तमाम, हम वही खुशी से खाएंगे, परिजन पर असीना उठाएंगे. दुर्योधन वो भी दे न सका, आशीष समाज की ले न सका, उल्टे हरि को बांधने चला, जो था असाध्य साधने चला, जब नाश मनुज पर छाता है, पहले विवेक मर जाता है. So this is so beautifully written for the time when Shri Krishna is visiting Duryodhan's assembly with his peace talk, and he's asking, if you want to do justice, then give it half. You take half and give Pandav also half. But if you have problem, if you have trouble in giving half, then you just give 5 villages and they will be happy in that. And ultimately Duryodhan didn't agree for even 5 villages, and it led to the great epic battle of Mahabharata. So I will come back to the poem वह प्रदीप जो दिख रहा है झिलमिल दूर नहीं है. So it starts like, वह प्रदीप जो दिख रहा है झिलमिल दूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है. चिंगारी बन गई लहू की बूंद गिरी जो पग से, चमक रहे पीछे मुड़ देखो चरण चिन्ह जगमग से. शुरू हुई आराध्य भूमि यह क्लांति नहीं रे राही, और नहीं तो पांव लगे हैं क्यों परने डगमग से. बाकी होश तभी तक जब तक जलता दूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है. अपनी हड्डी की मशाल से हृदय चीरते तम का, सारी रात चले तुम दुख झेलते कुलिश निर्मल का. एक खेह है शेष किस विधि पार उसे कर जाओ, वह देखो उस पार चमकता है मंदिर प्रियतम का. आकर इतने पास फिरे वह सच्चा शूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है. दिशा दीप्त हो उठी प्राप्त कर पुण्य प्रकाश तुम्हारा, लिखा जा चुका अनल अक्षरों में इतिहास तुम्हारा. जिस मिट्टी ने लहू पिया वह फूल खिलाएगी ही, अंबर पर घन बन छाएगा ही उच्छ्वास तुम्हारा. और अधिक ले जांच देवता इतना क्रूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है. And that is the poem. This is truly inspiring poem, and if I try to interpret, as many of you may not be well versed with Hindi, if I try to interpret, so some of the lines I will try to interpret, which feels so good. Like second stanza, अपनी हड्डी की मशाल से हृदय चीरते तम का, सारी रात चले तुम दुख झेलते पुलिस निर्मल का. एक खेह है शेष किस विधि पार उसे कर जाओ, वह देखो उस पार चमकता है मंदिर प्रियतम का. आकर इतने पास फिरे वह सच्चा शूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है. The flimsy light, the shaky light, the diaphanous light, what you are seeing is not far, is not far. Have you got tired, brother? Your goal is not too far, your goal is not too far. With your bone torch, you pierced through the utter darkness of night. You traveled whole night, taking all tormenting agony. And now you have come so close to your goal. And if you say here that I cannot further go, I want to give up. And so after coming so close and talking about giving up is not the sign of a true warrior, is not the sign of a warrior. You cannot say now that I want to give up. Have you got tired, brother? Your goal is not too far, your goal is not too far. And last stanza, when you reach to the goal, so it is saying about that, दिशा दीप्त हो उठी प्राप्त कर पुण्य प्रकाश तुम्हारा, लिखा जा चुका अनल अक्षरों में इतिहास तुम्हारा. जिस मिट्टी ने लहू पिया वह फूल खिलाएगी ही, अंबर पर घन बन छाएगा ही उच्छ्वास तुम्हारा. और अधिक ले जांच देवता इतना क्रूर नहीं है, थक कर बैठ गए क्या भाई मंजिल दूर नहीं है. As you have reached to your goal, all the directions are being illuminated by your divine light, and your name got written in golden letter in history. The soil, the land which you have given your blood will definitely flourish, the most flamboyant flower one day. God is not so cruel to take more tests from you. Have you got tired, brother? Your goal is not too far. Have you got tired, brother? Your goal is not too far. Your goal is not too far. So this is something which most of the time I spell out in my mind. I recall, and every time I feel better after reciting it in my mind. So I hope it may work for you also. Like, it's not this is the only poem. There are many things, and you can recall to come out of the situation when you feel difficult to further move on. Thank you.